All right. It's yours truly, Mr. TALIAFERRO. Ladies and gentlemen, some interesting things are happening with the All-Star voting. Some very interesting things are happening. Listen, do I believe the fans get it right all the time? No. And we should not put it up in the fans' hands. Fans like storylines. Fans are becoming media. Like, those things are becoming like parallels, which is scary to think about. Fans like storylines. That's why you're going to see Luka Doncic's name. You're going to see Derrick Rose's name. It's great storylines. Dwayne Wade's name's about to come up. These are great storylines. It's storyline driven, so you get why the fans and media, they do certain things. The fact that the fans and the media are this tightly knit is super confusing, but here's where we're at in 2019. The second return on the NBA All-Star fan voting is back, all right? I do think I need to make it worth noting that the fan vote is only 50% of the voting, all right? So it's going to be fans, and then we got a couple other parties that's going to get involved and vote for the NBA All-Stars, and I believe those will be announced on January 24th. We will know our NBA All-Star starters January 24th, but some interesting things are taking place with the fan vote, and they're telling you what they think. And honest to God truth, I do think there's something here in this, all right? Kevin Durant claims to be the best basketball player in the world, but he ain't one of the top 10 in regards to he ain't in the All-Star game if it happened right now from the fans' perspective. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Let's put up the second return on the NBA All-Star fan voting as of today. So right now for the Western, well, let's start with the Eastern Conference here. No, not really a big surprise in the front court here. Like earlier, we still got Giannis leading the votes, Kawhi at 2, and Joel Embiid at 3. So that's what I would have voted. You know, that's what I would have put in as NBA All-Star starters in the East. Giannis, Kawhi, and Joel Embiid seems like the best 3 you could put out in regards to the front court. I'm agreeing with that. I'm rolling with that 100%. I think they got it right there in regards to the fans. At the guards, they got it wrong. All right, Kyrie Irving, I'm fine with that. Even though Kyrie hasn't wowed me all season, I'm fine with Kyrie getting the nod as an All-Star starter. He's a great point guard, you know. But at the shooting guard, the fans did what the fans are going to do. Again, they're looking for storylines, and they voted in Dwayne Wade. It's Dwayne Wade's last year in the league. It's going to be a great storyline if he's an NBA All-Star starter. From a basketball standpoint, he has no business being in that game. I think D-Wade took like 3 weeks off in the midst of the season because he had a child, and God bless the kid. And look, man, Dwayne Wade's a shell of himself. That spot should be going to Kemba, Ben Simmons, Oladipo, or Kyle Lowry. But it's going to probably, I don't see Kemba Walker or Ben Simmons catching up to the votes that D-Wade has. So what's going to probably happen is Dwayne Wade is going to get that spot as the starting shooting guard. Now, to be fair to D-Wade, he wouldn't get in any other way. And if Kemba Walker and Ben Simmons and Victor Oladipo and Kyle Lowry are okay with it, they'll all 4 still get in the game. All 4 of those guards will still make the All-Star team. They just won't be starters. All right, so that's what's going on in the East. I would have probably gave that nod to probably Kemba Walker. Ben Simmons is kind of disappointing me a little bit. Oladipo's been in and out of the lineup. So I probably would have went Kemba or Victor Oladipo. I'm fine with either of the two. Now, here's where all the drama is at in the Western Conference. Let's go to the guards first. Let's start with the guards, and we'll get over to the front court. Steph Curry and Derrick Rose are the starting guards right now if the game would have happened today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not right. All right? This is not right. This is not right. And just like that Dwayne situation with him being voted in the Eastern Conference, the other 50% of the voting is going to have to clean up the fans' storyline once, all right? So Dwayne Wade probably won't get that nod, you know, when the other 50% of the votes come in for the starters, and Derrick Rose probably won't get that nod in regards to the guards in the Western Conference when the other 50% of the voting does come in. Now, I want to clear this up. There's a difference between Dwayne Wade and Derrick Rose. I believe Derrick Rose actually has a small chance of making the game. He's been playing some phenomenal basketball. He might be voted in, but he would be the last spot if he got voted into the All-Star game. He's playing some really good ball this year, but in regards to being an All-Star game starter, no. Ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely disrespectful to James Harden and what he's doing down there in Houston for him to not be voted in as a starter by the fans. All right, and D-Rose got him by like 300,000 votes. The other 50% will clean that up. James Harden and Steph Curry will be the All-Star game starters for the Western Conference guards. Russell Westbrook's right behind. I don't think Russ deserves that nod. Russ will probably get in the game. Him and PG, they'll get in the game. But in regards to an All-Star game starter, I'm not mad at Russ not getting the nod. But Derrick Rose shouldn't be that guy either. Now let's go over to the front court where all the controversy is at. I mean, this is becoming a very compelling storyline. So number 1 is LeBron. Number 2 is Luka. Number 3 is Paul George. Number 4 is Kevin Durant. Number 5 is Anthony Davis. I don't agree with any of this right now. Let me start out with LeBron. And y'all know I love Bron. If Bron misses another week or two, I'm sorry, y'all. Bron's been out already like a week and a half, 2 weeks. He's been out since Christmas Day. That's more than 2 weeks. Yeah, he's been out 2 weeks, right? If Bron misses a 3rd and 4th week, I got to be consistent. I held this against Steph Curry, right? I got to hold this against LeBron. I don't think LeBron should be number 1 right now. He's missing entirely too much time. All right? I probably would go Paul George or Anthony Davis at 1. They've been available for their team more nights than LeBron has this year. I would go Anthony Davis at number 1. Paul George would be my number 2. Right now, Luka Doncic is number 2. I don't agree with that. Luka Doncic, all due respect to him, his time will come. I would go Paul George at 2, and then I think I would go LeBron at 3. And again, if LeBron misses another week or two, I would give Kevin Durant the edge. We're going to get to him more in a second. And then, you know, kind of balance it out there. And then Luka could probably be my 5th. Luka could be my 5th guy. But yeah, like I said, I would go, that's crazy. DeMarcus Cousins has votes. He hasn't played a game this year. Again, the fans are trying to troll. That's ridiculous to me. Kyle Kuzma doesn't deserve 500,000 votes. All right, that's ridiculous. I would go Anthony Davis 1, Paul George 2, LeBron 3. LeBron would still be a starter. You take 3 guys from the front court, and then I would go KD 4 and Luka 5. Kevin Durant is a very interesting component to this conversation. I mean, KD says he's the best basketball player in the world. You mean to tell me if you're considered the best in the world, the fans don't think you're one of the top front court guys in the West? Again, we know the fans troll. But even with trolling, you see LeBron is still the top vote getter in the West, and guys like Giannis are still the top in the East. Steph is the top guard in the in the NBA with voting. They still get the you're such a big player. They still get those right, even with the trolling. KD, you this big deal in Golden State, and you ain't even a top vote getter or one of the top 2 in the front court? What? Listen, when the other 50% of the voting comes in this category, I'm not sure if Kevin Durant's gonna get in the game. If LeBron comes back in the next couple games, KD's not gonna make it. Because again, the fans have already told you what they're riding. But when the other 50% comes in, I think they're gonna vote like how I did. I think they're gonna vote Paul George in, Anthony Davis and LeBron in. I think Kevin Durant and Luka are gonna be odd men out. Now, Kevin Durant and Luka will still make the game. But Kevin's saying he's the best player in the world and you're not gonna be an all-star game starter in your prime. I think these are little tidbits that you might want to put a little footnote by videos like this and little storylines like this. If it's at the point where Kevin Durant is not even considered an all-star game starter because he's on such a stacked team, and because he ain't he's having a good season, but it ain't wowing you away. He's not having crazy numbers night and night. He had one crazy game in the Garden, but he ain't wowing you away. And he had a really good game against Toronto as well. But if he's not wowing you away night in and night out, because some nights Clay's got the hot hand or Steph got the hot hand or whatever, dang. KD, this is your brand we talking about, bro. Again, I've told y'all this before where I side. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, y'all gave up individual awards when y'all decided to bring in Kevin Durant. All right? Kevin Durant, you gave up individual awards in the regular season when you decided to join Golden State. Y'all get y'all awards in the playoffs. Y'all go in championships. Y'all can compete between each other for finals MVPs. Y'all are disqualified, in my opinion, for regular season awards because it's 4 All-Stars on one court. And by the way, DeMarcus Cousins makes his return in a week. Yeah. Y'all don't get to win any regular season awards. You're disqualified. Too much talent on the court. You should be winning games by a lot. Your record should be better than what it is. You should be the #1 seed in the West. We gotta hold y'all to a standard. And if y'all, y'all can't get mad at us for holding y'all to a standard. If y'all got 5 All-Stars on the court, y'all should be better than everyone else, right? Am I wrong? What y'all think? As of right now, Kevin Durant and James Harden are not NBA All-Star Game starters. That will get cleaned up with James Harden for sure. Again, the fan vote only counts 50%. Kevin Durant, I don't know, y'all. I don't know if KD's part gets cleaned up because I think the media and the players are gonna vote. I think they're gonna vote PG, Bron if he comes back, and Anthony Davis. That will leave Kevin Durant as the odd man out. He'll get in the game, but that's a slap in the face to his brand if he's not a starter at this point in his career. The Finals MVP 2 years in a row, not being an All-Star Game starter. Woo. I'm out.